Hey, what's up? It's Aaron here, and in this video I'm going to share with you how to genuinely love yourself. Now, I'm going to share my personal story, and then I'm going to share 3 actionable tips that you can do right now that are going to help you love yourself more and more and more. Now, first of all, I never always loved myself, right? Like, I actually hated myself for most of my life until I'd say about 3 years ago, when I really started to dive deeper into myself. You see, for the longest time, I thought that I could out-achieve a feeling, right? So I could, for example, I felt like shit, so I'm gonna go and create this business, and that's gonna help me feel better about myself. And that's not the case, but that's the illusion that I was under. I literally thought that something outside of myself could heal myself, can fill the void that I have in myself. And of course, that's not gonna happen. So it wasn't until I moved to Bali, as you can see, I'm in Bali now, that I really started to go and do some deep introspection into who I am. Like, who the hell is Aaron Darko? Like, who am I? What do I stand for? What's my life philosophy? And then I started realizing that actually all the external stuff needs to come secondary to the work I need to do on myself. So I started going deep within me. I started seeing tarot card readers. I started doing more massages. I started taking more time for myself every day before my work. And that was the first thing I did. So step 1 is to, before you start work in the morning, take time for yourself. Now, what does that look like? Well, I remember I started out meditating on Headspace for a year. So I would do guided meditations on Headspace every single morning before I did anything. So literally wake up, turn on my phone, press the button, and then meditate for 5 to 10 minutes every morning on Headspace. Because that got me into the routine of taking care of myself first. And that's the step 1, is you've got to take care of yourself first. Your well-being is the most important thing. And the second thing I did was I started taking care of my physical body a lot more. Started spending way more time actually learning about my body, how it moves, spending more time in the gym, and actually picked up jiu-jitsu along the way as well, like a new hobby that actually helped me get into my body more. And this is a form of self-care, right? Like understanding how your body moves and just making sure that your body is going to help you when you get older, you know, like improving your mobility and stuff like that. This is all self-care. You're literally taking care of yourself when you're doing this. So that's number 2, like physical activity, movement, not just lifting weights, because I did that for so long. I started lifting weights and I got injured, right? Like all these guys that are like really jacked, they can't even move their shoulders. I want to have mobility through my range, right? I want to be able to move my joints through their full range of motion, not just look good. That's number 2. And number 3 is reading, like taking time to read, listen to audiobooks, and just really like be there for myself, you know, like really fill my cup up before I go ahead and fill other people's cup, because you can't pour from an empty cup. And that's one of the main things that I see a lot. I used to do this all the time, is I would give so much to other people that when it came to myself, I had nothing to give because my cup was empty. Like, I've been pouring drinks for everyone else, but then I was thirsty still, you know? And that's something that I see a lot, and I consciously am aware of when I'm doing that. Like, for example, learning how to say no is a form of self-care, because if I say no to someone, I'm saying yes to myself. So now, whenever I don't want to go to a social event or something that I don't really vibe with, I'll just say, sorry, I can't. And I won't even give an excuse. I don't want to give a reason. I'll just be like, sorry, I can't make it. Because that's loving myself, right? I don't need to go out and socialize so much. What I need to do is be there for myself first, and then all the good stuff comes from that. All right, so I hope these tips helped. So number 1, to recap, was meditate. Number 2 was take care of your physical health, and number 3 was read, give yourself the time, and also, you know, deepen your connections with the people around you. But the biggest thing is to have that time, set aside time to spend time alone and go deep within yourself. Figure out who you are, what's your purpose, what's your philosophy on life, and start doing the things that bring you joy. What brings you joy? It might be playing your favorite musical instrument. It might be hanging out with friends, might be just reading a book, might be going to a nice hotel like this and just hanging out and making a video. Whatever brings you joy, start doing more of that, and you'll start loving yourself more and more. All right, my name is Aaron Darko. I will talk to you in the next one. Bye. I can't even say it. Bye. Ciao. Peace.